Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you how to configure a basic VLAN switching, because we will have inter-VLAN routing next time and router stake next time, so it will be 3 lessons. So to make the video short, I just want to show you how you could configure VLANs, different VLANs to reach each other. For example, now we've got VLAN 10 in this side and VLAN 20 in this side, and this is switch 1, and then switch 2, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 as well. So don't worry about the router now, and these links as well. So we'll only be configuring between these two switches and these two VLANs on each switch, and we will check the reachability. Okay, so let us first configure the PCs. This one. So okay, when we care, we just start the console, all of them. Okay, so this is PC1. I will arrange a bit.
Animation.
PC1, PC2, PC1, PC2, PC3, and PC4. So let me configure PC1 is this one, yeah? They call it PCS, so you can configure it this way. So you say IP, you will type IP, and then the address that we're gonna give you 10.1.10. We're gonna give it this IP address. I mean this host. We will give it, for example, like 3, for example, like 3. If it is PC3, like 3, and then I will just give it a /24, and then it says checking for duplicate address. So it is checking if anyone has this IP address. So it doesn't have it, so we're all set. I will just copy this one because I will change it to BC2, and then I say IP, and then I will go for, because it's BC2, so I'll go 2, and then I will still give it 3 BC3, so it doesn't matter, or I can choose it to BC1, as it is BC1, for example. Okay, so that's fine as well. So I'll just copy again that to make it easy for you for the job. So we have PC2 here and PC4. So we go PC2. Oh, sorry, I did PC2 here. It was PC1. Oh, PC1. Okay, cool. And it's a VLAN 20. Okay, good. PC3 in here, I will give you this. On the other side, which is this side, PC3 is BC3 was. Okay, so we made a mistake. So sorry about that. This guy was PC3. So what do we give PC3? Because this thing is crazy. Let me delete all species. I'll configure one by one. I will configure one by one so I can see it. So let me click PC1 first. And PC1, it has 10.2.1 because it is on VLAN 1. Sorry, VLAN 20. So I gave it 10.2. That 2 means like it has a VLAN 20. Okay. All right. So we give it IP because it makes IP. Yeah, because these guys are using. So let me work. Switch off Let me choose all of them. There's a bit of troubleshooting now. We're going to switch them off. And then switch them all. And in this case, I'm going to close even this, and then start configuring these ones as PC1. PC2, PC3, and PC4. So PC1, 2, and 3, 4. So let me configure PC1. PC1 is here. So let me give PC1 the address that it needs. That's a PC1 right there. So I will say IP 10.1.10.1 because it's a PC1, and then it's /24. That's all. So PC2 is on this other side. So PC1 is I give it .10.1. Okay. So PC2 is VLAN 10 as well. So I'll make a copy. And then I will go to PC2, and then I will give it and 2, since this is stored. And then I will go to PC3, which is on the other side here, and then I will give in okay, here is a tool. Okay, now PC1 is VLAN 10, so we have VLAN 10 here, which is 1, and VLAN PC2, they got the same VLAN, so we got it this. So now it's VLAN 3, which is PC VLAN, PC1 is on VLAN 20, okay. PC1 is on VLAN 20, so it should have 2. Okay. And PC3 now is a part of VLAN 10, so it should have 3 VLAN. And PC4, it is a part of VLAN 20, so it should have 2 and IP address B4. So this time now we got BC1, BC2, BC3. So now if I ping themselves 10 dot, which is BC1, which is this guy, BC1, which is in this guy VLAN 20, okay? So 10 dot 1 dot 10.2 dot 1 dot 1 10.1. You see, it pings successfully. If I go to BC2 on this side, which is part of VLAN 20, VLAN 10 is a 10.2, it pings successfully. So if I go to PC3, which is VLAN PC3, sorry, if I go to PC2 is this way, yeah. If I go to PC3, which is a VLAN 3, okay. Yes. PC1, VLAN 20. PC2, VLAN 10. You see? menu here. Okay, PC3, which is this guy, is VLAN 10. So we ping 10 dot dot 1 dot 10 dot 1 dot 10 dot 3. Successful. PC4, which is VLAN 20. Ping 10 dot 1 dot 10, sorry, dot 2, because VLAN 20 dot 10 dot 4 is successful. So each one is a successful, but if I want to ping the same PC1, which has VLAN 2, VLAN 20, the same, it will not be able. For example, now if I ping 10, because VLAN PC1 on the other side is 10.2.10.0, I mean dot 1. So if I say 10.2.10.1 and I ping from PC4, because you see I'm on PC4, from PC4 to PC1 on the other switch, on switch 1, because as you see, this PC4 is connected to switch 2. So if I ping from here all the way to the PC1, it will not ping because they are on a separate switch. Actually, is pinging. Yeah, and the reason is that, wow, I learned something new by myself. The reason is that if you go here, the switches they form automatic show interface trunk. First. Okay, image show interface. What interface do they have? Or show interface gigabyte 00. It will show me if they 0/0, if it has a switch bug. I mean, if they automatically, if it is encapsulating. So let me just check. Switch mode enabled mode dynamic auto. So this one is dynamic auto when I static access. And okay, it's a native trunking on. Okay, but the mode is static, so they should not fall any show interface trunk now. Show interface pick 0/0 on a switch bot. Okay, the configuration is on. Static access. Okay, cool. Let me check if this one is region as well. Thing 10.2.10.4. Alright. So what if I go to switch 1 and shut down that interface? Click 0/0 shut down, and then from yes, it is still timer. So what it is, one has to be, let me go to switch 4 because I want to show you where the problem, where the reachability is. Because each switch is switch 2. If I say show interface status, it will show me The spread is O12. It is connected. Yeah, that's true. Show is spanning tree. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'll get you the I'll tell you the problem because it is running. Um, it is running. I don't know why it doesn't show when I say show interface trunk. But you know what? The reason is that show is spanning tree. The reason is that because it is all member of VLAN 1 now, because we have not configured any VLANs. So that's why it is region now. Everything is region because they're all part of VLAN, VLAN 1. But when we separate from VLAN 1, we see what happens. So not as configured. That was the problem, but I'm still surprised why this interface is just forming the trunk. Okay, so this one is the root. Yeah, that's good. I mean the gigabyte 0. This one from switch 1 to switch 2. It is from switch 1 to switch 2 is the root. So that's the only key. It's the only link in between. So it has to choose as a root in that. Okay, and let me configure the VLAN because this one on switch 1 now, now I'm on switch 2. So let me go to switch 1. On switch 1, I'm gonna configure page 3. Now I'm gonna configure interface gig3, which is on VC3 gig 0/3, slash interface 0/3. Okay. If I say show, okay, switch board mode access, because this is just from the VLAN, so it is access, and a switch board access VLAN. That's what we need. VLAN 10 for this switch or for this link. Okay, so if I go now and go to gig 0/1, which is this one now. This one, if you will tell you, yeah, I switch 1, but and I say, okay, I've access to 20. PC1 is a part of 20, and it is access. I just go forward and do it. And then if I go on the other two, this one PC2 and PC3, PC2, let me go to switch 2. To switch 2, I say interface. Let me just check in the interface that it is part of. I say Geo1, and this is Geo3. Okay. If I say interface gigabyte 0 /1 on the switch 2, switchboard mode access, switchboard access, which is where you are assigning the VLAN, and then you do like VLAN 10 access 10, serial access VLAN tab. And now remember what it says, it reverses as well. This VLAN does not exist in access VLAN, does not exist creating VLAN 10. You see, so now it is created on the spot. Okay, if you go to to gigabyte interface gigabyte 3 interface gigabyte 3. Say okay, no shot, because already by switch by default it is up. So you say 20, and now it's the same thing. Access VLAN that's not existing, and now creating VLAN 20. And the other command that you always need is switch mode access, because you want these devices are always access. Okay, now if I go to PC2 from this side, VLAN 10, to reach on VLAN 10, let me see, because it will not reach it. Now if I, let me, host name, SW2, so you can see like we are on switch 2. And switch 1, host name, SW1. So we are on 1. Now, 1 and 2. Okay, now if I go to this PC, BC2, which is PC2, this one, I'll try to bring on this PC3, which they have the same VLAN. BC2 and BC2, they've got the same VLAN. I highly doubt that it will. And now this one is its own IP address, so it pings. So let me just see if it can ping on VLAN 3. It cannot ping. Host reach available. Even before it was, I think I was just doing this on IP address. Okay. Okay, what it was ping. Oh, this one is itself what I was pinging. Even before it shouldn't ping itself. So, no problem. And now, PC 1, which this one, cannot ping to PC 4. 10.2.10.4, 10.2.10.4. So PC1, which is this one, or VLAN 20, cannot ping VLAN 20 on PC4. So now on PC1, the last number is PC4. Let me try. It cannot. Because before they were a member of VLAN 1, which is the default, and it was that's why it could ping. So now if we go to SW1 and say show, if we say show interface trunk, there is no trunk. The reason is that because it is all of them are already like a auto. So as we said before, when we say like show interface gigabyte 0, because this is the gigabyte link, this one is this link, yeah. So this one is a gigabyte link on the switch 1. So if we say show interface gigabyte 00 switch what, here is what it tells you, dynamic auto. So dynamic auto is on this side, and the switch 2 is switch 1, and the switch 2 is a dynamic inside as well. If we go back to show interface gig 02, look, show it. Okay, what is it? Let me do it again. Show interface gigabyte. The interface is like int. I showed it here. So show interface gigabyte 0/0 is which what. When we say that, then it will show you the administrative mode is dynamic auto. So dynamic auto and auto on this one. Switch 1 has auto and switch 2 has auto is the same. Will not form a trunk. For that reason, this interface, this PC and this PC cannot reach each other, and this PC and this PC cannot reach each other, even though they are part of the VLAN. of the same VLAN. So now if I go to switch 1, for example, and saying show MAC address table, you will see it has two, on this MAC address, the interface gigabyte 00, which is this one between switch 2 and switch 1. This is the link between the switch 1 and switch 2. It has on this IP address, on this MAC address. So that's a switch to switch, MAC address they lent to communicate. But if you see here VLAN 20, and that is a VLAN 1. This VLAN 20, if you see it lent gigabyte from here, gigabyte 0, gigabyte 0 is /1. So if you go to this gigabyte is /3, let me check it. I did not configure on switch 3. So let me say show run interface gig 0 is /3. Yeah, I configure it. Yes. So show MAC address table. Now it's only citing, it has 2. So if I go to PC2, if I configure it, yeah. No, okay. If I go to switch 1 now, yeah, it has. For some reason, it doesn't have VLAN 10. I must have VLAN 10 or VLAN on PC2, right? So what's going on with show run? So everything is okay. Mode is access. Switch 1 access VLAN 10. All right. He doesn't say it is off. When we say shut down, flash out, reshut. Okay, sometimes it's gns3, so you will have some problems. Because now here, it must have three separate interfaces, If I go to switch 2 now, show MAC address table. So let me start pinging. I think maybe this one needs to ping. PC3, where is it? Let me try to ping 10.1. Okay, PC2. So the 10.2. The stopping game, but let me see if the switch has length. Not yet. No, okay, yeah, now it length. It length on this one, on PC, on gigabyte 3, easy. Now it came. So if I go to PC 1 now, I'll ping PC 4. Now, let me see. Yes, because of the timeout, so it didn't. So now we got it. Switch 1, it length from switch 2 MAC address, and then VLAN 10 MAC address, which is PC3, and VLAN 20, which is PC 1 in here. And switch 2 and switch 2 is the same. Switch 2 is the same. If I ping and we make it a video, on switch 2, if I ping, sorry, not switch 2, from BC2, where is BC2? If I ping 10.1.10.3, which is this one, because now before we do that, if you go to switch 2 and say show MAC address, show MAC address table, it only has the MAC address which is in part of VLAN 1, and it is gigabyte 0/0, and the length of from is switch 1. So that this link, this switch knows the IP address, the MAC address of switch 1. Okay, so now it doesn't have any other one. So to have this VLAN 10, BC2 and VLAN and BC4 MAC address, we have to ping, because the time has gone, to keep it this 5 minutes, I think, is the maximum. So let me ping. So even though this BC2 cannot reach BC3, switch 2 has the MAC address already length, because the data came into, you see. So VLAN 10 from BC2, VLAN 10 from BC2 has gone through the MAC address is length. And now if I go to PC4, what is he? No. I go to PC4 now and ping BC 10.2.10.1, which is a BC 1, even though BC4 cannot ping the BC1, sorry, still MAC address has been lent. You see, VLAN 20, from G0/3, G0/3 is this one, from PC4. So that is a basic. So what we want to do now to make it the reusability, I will go to switch 1, and then let me make it a bit bigger so you can see. And then I will configure, instead of auto that I showed you before, because when we said show interface, show interface gigabit, because we were checking this one, because this one is the link between the two switches. So show interface, if I make it big, show interface gigabit over gigabyte Ethernet 0/0, and then if we issue the command switch bot, we have seen, let me make it a bit bigger. We have seen dynamic auto, administrative mode, dynamic auto. So as soon as switch 1 is running dynamic auto and switch 2 is running dynamic auto, because switch running still is running as well, dynamic auto, show interfaces gigabyte 0/0, and then switch mode again, same command, administrative mode, still dynamic auto. So switch 1 dynamic auto, switch 2 dynamic auto, the link is dynamic auto, they cannot form a trunk. So the usage of trunk is to be able, this VLAN is BC3 and BC4 cannot ping, BC2 cannot ping each other, BC1 and BC4 cannot ping each other. So when we configure these trunks, they will be able to configure each other when we change this dynamic auto settings. So how can we change? We'll go configure, and then we go interface gigabyte, the link between the switches, and then I will issue a switch bot trunk, switchbot trunk encapsulation, that is encapsulation .1q, and then I will go. Now if I just leave it like this, and I say do show, because before we didn't have, when we said do show interface trunk before, we didn't have any trunk enabled. Before I'll show you, when we said do show interface trunk, we didn't have it, it was a 0. So now if I say, where is the switch tool? Now I issue with like a switch port trunk encapsulation.1ku. Now if I say do show, because when you are on config mode, you just always call, you always put in front of do, you know. So when I say do show interface trunk, if I say now trunk, then show interface, just to make it bigger trunk, still it doesn't form anything. So I have to continue interface, as I said, interface gigabyte 0/0 switch bot mode and the trunk. When I do that, if I say do show run interface to see what's going on in the interface, gigabyte 0/0, so this will show you the configuration of the interface, any configuration that you did under the interface. And now I have interface gigabyte 0/0, which is this one, the link between switch 1 and switch 2. Then I have a switchboard trunk encapsulation.1ku and a switchboard mode trunk. So in switch 1 I don't have anything yet. If I say show interface gigabyte 0/0, I don't have any. Sorry, show interface, show run interface, I don't have any settings. You see, under any setting I don't have this at the default negotiation auto and media RJ45. That's a default setting, but I don't have any default. This one default setting, but I issue with these two commands. So now if I go do show show interface gig 0/ do show interface trunk, if I issue now, I will see some trunk formed. You see the trunks are formed now, even though it says 802.1ku on this side. On the other side, it will show. We will see what it shows. Show interface trunk. Before we did another trunk. Now it is N, because we did not. That's a native, so we did not issue the command this that we issue with on switch 2. So now let me copy these two commands and then go to configure proper a trunk, select interface gig 0/0, and then I configure these two. And now if I issue the command do show interface trunk, there will not be on. It will be just the mode is on and encapsulation is 802.1ku and the status is trunking. Now if I say do show interface gig 0/0 and then a switch bot, now instead of administratively before auto, now it's not auto, now it's a trunk. Before it was auto, right? When we were here, before it was dynamic auto. Administrative mode before was dynamic auto, but now it is not dynamic auto. Now administrative mode is trunk. So what is the benefit now? The benefit is, before we could not ping from PC4 using this switch, using this link, using this switch, and then down to PC1. So now we have to, we are able to ping. So let me see. If I go to PC4 now, which is this one, we have to reach PC1 because they got the same VLAN. Before, you see, ping 10.2.10.1, which is this one, 10.2.10. If since it is PC1, we gave it 1, it said before the host is not reachable, but now it's same IP address 10.2.10.1 it will reach. Watch out. Do you see it? That is the benefit. Do you see? That's the benefit. But if I try to ping another one like a PC3 which is part of VLAN 10, it will not reach it. But it's a PC, we're still on PC4, so if I try to ping it, because PC4 is part of VLAN 20, so it can only ping in PC1. But if I'm still in PC4, if I try to ping on PC3, which is VLAN 10, I will not be able because it's a separate database. So now P10.1, I'm trying to ping BC3, which we will not be able, but I'm just showing you. Okay, 10.3. It's not reachable. No gateway found. You see? No gateway found. So I will show you next time how you can configure this again on the so you can configure how to make a reachability between these two. Okay, and now I hope it has been informative and beneficial video. Thank you very much. The video just went a bit long, but my purpose is for you to understand what is a VLAN. That is the first part. I will do the second part and the third part, which is inter-VLAN routing and router on a separate videos. And I hope it is already gone for 42 minutes. So I hope it has been informative for you. And I would like to thank you. Thank you very much.